Hey guys, welcome to Anna Loves Makeup. Today I'm doing my Forget Me Nots collaboration with my friend Jwls. She's also here on YouTube. I will list her channel down below so you guys can check her out. And if you're new here, this is a series that my friend Jwls and I actually started so that we could use a lot of products in our collection that we still have, that we still love, and bring them out and talk about them so you guys can see why we still love them. So if you want to see how I got this look and what products I used, then just keep watching. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer. This is not very old to me. I've had this probably for about maybe 6 to 8 months. So it's not really old to me, but I do want to use it today because the foundation I'm going to use is a little bit more on the matte side and I want a little more hydration to my skin. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this. Gonna rub it all over. This feels really good on the skin. And of course I'm gonna go in with my Waso Shiseido Poreless Matte Primer. This stuff is amazing. I have worn this in the heat and it keeps me super matte. Okay, we're gonna start off with eyes first. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Central. I'm gonna go ahead and set this eye primer with my Undone powder in Light. Okay, so we're gonna start with eyes and we're gonna go in with this Melt Love Sick stack. These stacks are some of my favorite eyeshadows that Melt makes. You can never go wrong with any of their stack shadows. I'm not a fan of all their shadows that are in a palette, but I really do like these stacks because I really feel like they have great pigmentation, they have really good blendability. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Love Sick stack today on my eyes. So what I'm going to start with, there's really not a true transition shade in here. I'm going to show you the shades really quickly. This one is called Lovesick. This one is called Emily. This one is called Fixated. And this one right here is called Promiscuous. So these stacks also come with a mirror and they actually magnetize together so you can't ever lose one of the shadows. They all stick together. You can actually mix other stacks with this stack. So all of them can be mixed together. You can formulate your own eye look from using all the stacks and they're very travel friendly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. I don't have a transition shade in that stack. So I'm gonna use this transition shade that I've been loving by NARS and it's called Tulum. And I'll show it to you. I actually picked this up at Costco. They had some NARS eyeshadows there and this is one that caught my eye. So I went ahead and picked this one up and I've been using it a lot for transition. So I'm gonna go in with that same brush that I use. It's just a Morphe fluffy brush and I'm going to just put that in my crease and blend it out really well. All right, so the first shade I'm going to use is Lovesick, and I'm going to use this Sonia G Classic Crease Brush, and I'm going to actually put that in the crease. And I'm going to try to blend that into that crease color and go a little bit above into my brow bone. Just blending it really well so it can look nice and smooth. If it's a little choppy on the edge, don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and fix that. All right, so now I'm gonna take this Sonia G Mini Booster Brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Fixated. It's a really beautiful like dark gray shade. And I'm just gonna put that on the outer portion of my eyelid and a little bit into the crease. Now I'm going to take this Sonia G Worker Pro and I'm going to go into the shade Amelie. It's not spelled like Emily, it's Amelie. It's A-M-E-L-I-E. So this is the shade here. And I'm just going to take that, right on my eyelid. Just kind of pressing it in. This shade kind of reminds me like of orange sickle ice cream. It has a beautiful like orange shimmery shade to it. You guys may not be able to tell on camera, but it does. It has a beautiful like orange shimmer shade to it. I'm just bringing it into the gray shade that I had on the corner. Just like that. Just kind of blending it all together. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and just take that brush that we used initially with the Tulum shade, and we're just gonna go on the edges to blend the Lovesick shade out because we don't want it to be too harsh up there by the brow. So we're just blending it all out. So now I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and I'm going to clean up the edges. I'm using a foundation that I fell in love with the first time I used it, and it's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. This is super ultra longwear. When it goes on super flawless, and it lasts a long period of time. So you could wear this like pretty much like maybe 9 to 12 hours and not have any issues. I love the way it looks on the skin. It applies very well, so we're gonna go ahead and use this today, and I'm gonna shake it up because I haven't used it in a long time, so I wanna make sure that the product is mixed very well. I'll show you the consistency. Now this one is a little bit yellow, but I'm gonna go ahead and conceal and all that other stuff, so it's not gonna look like super yellow on my skin. But this is a shade that I picked out during the summer when I purchased this because I was a bit darker, but I really need to go look at the other shades and get something that's a little bit more on the neutral side and not so yellow. I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my skin. I'm gonna use a Sonia Kashuk sponge to blend it in. So I'm just pressing that all over. This is a great foundation to actually wear in the summer. I remember purchasing this and wearing it to a friend's birthday party, and it was super warm where we went, and this foundation did not budge. It did not go anywhere. It didn't break up. It looked so beautiful all night. And this is a buildable foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and build it up a little bit more to get the finish that I want. I'm putting on just a tad bit more in the areas that I think I need it. And even though I'm layering this, guys, it's not heavy on the skin. It feels super lightweight. I'm gonna use whatever's left over on my neck and my ears. I'm gonna go ahead and add my Tarte Shape Tape in tan. I'm gonna add a little bit of my Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna clean my eyebrows and then I'm gonna do them off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll finish with more of my Forget Me Not products. All right guys, I did my eyebrows and I also put on my eyelashes. I'm gonna go in with this Too Faced Peach Concealer. This is the Instant Coverage Concealer in Honeycomb. I do go in with the Real Techniques brush or my IT Cosmetics brush, which is dirty at the moment. So I'm just going to use this one and actually place that on my under eye, and I just kind of pat it in. I'm going to go ahead and blend it in with the Sonia Kashuk sponge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set that with my Pat McGrath powder in light. I'm going to set the center of my face with my Undone powder, and this one's in light. And then of course I'm going to take my Undone powder in medium and set the rest of my face. So for bronzer, I pulled out my Guerlain Terracotta 4 Seasons bronzer in 05 Moyen Brunettes. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is the actual bronzer. I used to wear this bronzer a lot back in the day. I loved it. It's just a really beautiful bronzer going on the skin. It has the perfect tan color to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me grab a brush. I'm gonna use this Sonia Kashuk Duo Contour Brush, and I'm just going to swirl my brush in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my skin. It does have a slight fragrance to it, so if you're very sensitive to fragrances, you may not like this. Okay. But just to let you know, it's really slight. It's not overpowering at all. Look how pretty that bronze powder is. I really need to have this sitting out because I forgot how beautiful it looks. Oh my gosh, that is just so pretty. So for blush, I'm going in with my Patrick Ta She's Adorable blush. I haven't used these blushes in a long time because I've been using other new blushes, but these were one of my all-time favorite blushes. They still are. I really, really love the consistency of these. I love the pigmentation. I love that when you go in, you don't have to go in too lightly with it. You can go in with a heavy hand and just get a beautiful blush color on the cheek. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one today on my cheeks because I think this is gonna be perfect with this look. Yeah, that is super pretty. So for highlighter, I pulled out a Bobbi Brown Trio highlighting palette that I had loved forever. I love Bobbi Brown highlighters. I really feel like they give a really good sheen on the skin, and she always has like some really beautiful highlights as far as these brick shades. I think that's what they're called. They're called like brick highlights, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what they're called. But this is the palette here. I think the palette is called, yeah, it's called Bobbi to Glow Shimmer Brick Palette. You've got the gold color here, you've got bronze, and you've got wild rose. But these are the shades in the palette. I purchased this a long time ago, so I don't know if this is still available, but I do know that quite a few of her brick shades are still available, and they're available like Nordstrom's, Neiman's, Sephora, just different places. So yeah, so if you're interested in looking into one of these, I would definitely go check them out because they are very good highlighters. I'm gonna use my Anastasia, this is the A23 brush, and I'm gonna go in with, I think today I'm gonna use the Wild Rose because I think the rose would go really pretty with this eye look. Look how pretty the sheen is. It's just really pretty and rosy. It really blends in with that blush really well too. Not too much, you know, not too little. It's right in between. I didn't pull any old lip products out. I am going to be using some new lip products that I've been loving, and this is the Wayne Goss, the Essential Lip Pencil in Natural Berry. Then I'm going to go in with his lip gloss, and this is the shade Cherry Blossom. We're going to keep the lips quite a bit light today, so I want to keep the attention on the eyes. Now I'm going to go in with the lip gloss. Alright, I'm going to finish up the eyes. I am going to go in with the purple shade in the Love 6 stack, and this one is called Promiscuous. I'm actually going to use that on my bottom lash line, but I am going to go in with that transition shade that I used by NARS called Tulum. So I'm going to use that one first. I am using the Sonia G Pencil Pro. Kind of connect it to the edge. And then I'm going to go in with Promiscuous on top of that. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. It's a waterproof mascara for my lower lashes. Okay guys, this is the finished look using a lot of my Forget Me Not products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out a new video. Also, check my friend Jwls' channel out. I will list her channel down below and all the products that I used today. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate every single one of you. Take care, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.